What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Career Mode, where it is a big time of the year. You can see 2 days before Christmas, we have got a huge quarter-final in the Carabao Cup, and the 23rd of December, of course, means there is basically only a week until the January transfer window, and all the action starts happening. Since the last episode, we have taken a 5-2 hammering from Chelsea before managing to get a very solid 1-1 draw at Arsenal, which puts us in the table about halfway through the season in a very respectable 9th place and just 5 points off the Europa League. But the competition for that place, as I keep saying in this series, is immense. So close from 13th all the way up to 5th. We need to be on the ball for the second half of the season, and we need to potentially make a big impact in the January transfer window, because I'm actually, as a manager, very happy with where my squad is at. And I've got a few updates to share with you guys about my plans going forward. We do have this big cup game to play, but I think before we do that, let me jump in and let me show you what I've been up to, what I've been thinking, what I've been planning with my coaches and my scouts, because I have decided that Tierno Barry, as we'd said, we gave him a chance, we put our faith in him, and he's repaid it. I think we can all agree. He's been absolutely smashing it this season. If we go and have a look at the player statistics, he's got 10 goals in 17 games. He's up there with the likes of Haaland, Havertz, Trossard, João Pedro. He's doing really well. I'm very pleased. And it means that Beto isn't really getting a look in at all. So what I've done is I've sent my scouts out and I've told them that I want them to have a look for a world-class prospect to come in and be the deputy to Tierno Barry. We can shift Beto One, who is decent now, and get a few million for him, and we can use that few million to buy someone who is potentially going to be world-class in the future and can deputise for Barry, who will then presumably eventually age out of the squad, and we can get the Seymour brothers in. Because our Seymour is looking like he is going to be one for the future as well. Potentially up to 94, Ruben Seymour can go. 17 years old, 5-star skills. He's looking class. And he's obviously going to be very happy at the club because his brother can potentially be our starting left back and right back as well. And the other thing we've done with Schlager coming in for Gay, we've youthified our central midfield, which means we're not desperate to sign a straight into the team centre defensive mid. So I've sent the scouts out in anticipation of the January transfer window to not look for somebody to go straight into the squads like we were in the summer, but to look for a world-class prospect, a first-team prospect, or even just a backup. Someone just to fill in the ranks. If we're going to be challenging for the Carabao Cup, if we want to go on a deep run in the FA Cup, if we're going to be trying to push on for the Conference League or the Europa League, we're going to need some fresh legs in midfield. And that goes for if we then manage to get into one of the European competitions next season. We're going to need some extra bodies in midfield. We're not desperate for someone to come in and start. We've got Garner and we've got Schlager. We've got Eric Boonham as cover. We could do with maybe a second on, just in case we get an injury. And then we are still looking for a backup for Mikalenko as well. So the scouts are out there. They are working. They're doing their job. They're looking for some players. We will come on to that as we go into the transfer window. And you never know. Maybe someone's going to come in and offer some stupid money for one of our starting players. And I'll completely flip everything on its head and we'll have a big transfer decision to make. But until that happens, we can just plan and discuss amongst ourselves and make sure our scouts are out there doing the best job that they possibly can to stabilise the club and hopefully push on deep into the cups and also potentially into some European Cups next season. What we've now got a decision to do or to make is which team sheet to play for the Cup. We're now in the quarterfinals. In the first rounds, we played the second 11. In the previous round, we played a bit of a mix between the two. We now need to decide, do we play Eric Boonham? Do we play Alcaraz? Do we play Tarkowski, who has actually come back into the team? Because Jake O'Brien wasn't having the best of performances, and Tarkowski come and see me in my office and said he was keen to show what he could do, otherwise he's going to need to look elsewhere. He's come in and he's stepped up and he's back in the squad. I do not want to do an Arnie slot in real life. I'm not going to go out and just play a bunch of 14-year-olds and get battered by Crystal Palace. I think, as a manager, you need to take these cups really seriously. So we are going to go and play Sheffield United with our full-strength team in the quarter-final of the Cup. Now, no manager would openly say that they would play their second string of players just before the transfer window to sort of put them in the shop window. But it definitely happens. From speaking to the other managers behind the scenes, we all know it happens. I'm taking the opposite approach here. I want these players to go out and put in an absolutely world-class performance, get themselves to a cup semi-final, and prove to me that I don't need to go into the transfer market. I don't need to sign any players. Injuries aside, these are the boys that can carry us to the next level for this club. So that is what I'm looking for today. We're not going to be starting Rick Burnham. I want to see a performance from Schlager. We're not going to be starting Alcaraz. I want to see a performance from Dewsbury Hall. Or the transfer window is just around the corner and changes can be made. That's a lovely link-up play from Tieno Barry. Iliman Ndiaye is away down the side. Can he find Barry in the box? How's the run? It's beautiful. Oh, what a save. Grealish. Oh, my God. Oh, we've got Wembley in our eyes already. That is beautiful football. Just need to keep it going. Iliman. Tieno. Finish. It's 1-0. It's absolute domination in the first 12 minutes at home. We get the home draw and we are absolutely capitalising on it. The crowd are going mental. He's give the keeper the eyes and he's drilled it in the bottom corner. Unbelievable finish. We were right to back him. We were so right to back him. Go on, Tieno Barry. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, it's lovely football. Ndiaye's away down on the right again. I can see Grealish getting into the box. Come on, Jack. On your bike, lad. Iliman Ndiaye in the pocket of space again. Tieno Barry on the shoulder again. Has he got the pace? Not quite. Ben Godfrey, ex-Everton, getting his run out at the Hill Dickinson, but on the wrong end of the first 24 minutes. However, Cannon trying to get past Branthwaite. Can he get back? Oh, Mikalenko's covering. Everyone is fighting. Everyone wanting to stay in this team for the January transfer window. Iliman Ndiaye, Dewsbury Hall, round the corner. Barry's on the shoulder. Is he onside? He's not. That is inches. That is absolute inches. Dewsbury Hall picking up lovely pockets of space. Iliman Ndiaye pulling the strings from the right-hand side. Grealish has been quiet, but it's all going down the right at the moment, and it is all looking beautiful. Here's Grealish's chance to make an impact. Tieno finds him. What's he got? Cuts inside. Plays it across to Dewsbury Hall. Can Dewsbury Hall finish? Yes, he can. It is beautiful. The School of Science is well and truly back, ladies and gentlemen. That is magical football. The fans are absolutely loving the first half of this Cup quarter-final. And why wouldn't they be? We've absolutely dominated the ball. We've played some beautiful football. Barry's on the score sheet already. He's looking for a second. It's just over the bar. But what a first half. What a bounce back. A good point against Arsenal and in a dominant performance in the Cup quarter-final after getting absolutely hammered by Chelsea. The boys are looking good and it is looking very, very good going into the second half of the season. Oh my God. It is beautiful. Iliman Ndiaye. What a player. That is so unlucky on the finish. But we'll look at the pockets of space he's finding. The link-up play is unbelievable. There he is again. He's waiting for it. He's waiting for the run. He finds it. Striker's mentality from Barry there. He should have squared that again, but he wants another goal. Nothing silly now, lads. Nothing silly now. Well done, Jared Branthwaite. A really, really solid 65 minutes from the lads. Dewsbury Hall, Ndiaye, and Barry are off before Beto, Alcaraz, and Eric Burnham. Dibbling, looking to make an impact after coming on off the bench. Same goes for Alcaraz. They're working it nicely between the two of them. Dibbling's around the corner. He's got the touch. Has he got the finish? Oh my God, what a goal. That seals the deal. 3-0 to the Toffees, heading through to the semi-finals. That is unbelievable. That is offside. That is offside is what that is. Wow, that was such a good goal as well. But there he goes again, though. Has he got the pace, the fresh legs? Has he got the finish again? Yes, he does. That is definitely onside this time. Game put to bed 2 minutes later after just missing out. Thanks to a very, very, very tight offside call. No VAR in the Carabao Cup, so you have got to question the refereeing. But a good finish nonetheless. And there we go. A dominant, classy performance from all of the lads. The main team that started some of the second squad that are coming off the bench, really, really good performance. Obviously, Dibbling is fighting for his place in the starting 11 anyway, with Njai and Grealish week to week. Really, really good. Really proud of the lads. And super, super settled going into the January transfer window, but you never know. As a manager, you've got to always be on top of things. You've got to be willing to take chances when they come to you, and you never know what's going to pop up, what the scouts are going to find, or who's going to come in with some absolutely stupid money from Saudi Arabia wanting to buy Njai for 150 million. We wouldn't be able to turn it down. We've just got to wait and see. And just when you thought it was all going to be hunky-dory, some interesting news from the board. Jack Banks is looking to cancel his contract as he thinks he's ready to be called up to the senior squad and is determined to leave. I think I can persuade him to hold off a little bit before cancelling his youth contract with us. I can tell him we'll see if there's anything we can do. All right, Jack, January is just about to come up, so there's a potential that we could send you out on loan. He's looking like he could be a really good squad player for the future. Even maybe a starter. 80 to 86 potential, but he's only 62 rated at the moment. I like his confidence though. I appreciate the fact that he's willing to back himself now. We have just spent an absolute fortune on a new right back, and you are 62 rated, mate. But I respect your self-belief. I will promote you to the senior team, and I will send you out on loan in January, and you can go and get some experience in League 2 or League 1 instead of just playing against the kids. The games are coming thick and fast over the Christmas period as well. We're straight in. Should be a very, very winnable game. Burnley languishing at the bottom of the table. We are obviously in that mix of teams all pushing on to try and get a European spot. And I'm expecting, even though we're away from home, a very big performance from the lads and a comfortable win before another game in a few days' time against Forest to hopefully keep pushing on and keep fighting for them European spots. We haven't, unfortunately, managed to break through in the first half, though, dominating the ball, restricting Burnley to no shots at all, but we haven't really created a decent opportunity ourselves, and we're going to need a big performance in the second half. These are the games that you need to get 3 points in if you are a genuine European contender, even if it is just the Conference League. And I think this is where a manager really needs to shine as well. When you're 0-0 down in a game that you need to win, this is where your managerial pedigree can really, really shine. It's about the decisions you make on the pitch, and it's about motivating the players to get the best out of them. Over a grueling, tiring Christmas period in the last 15 minutes of a game, we've got a big corner. We've got a chance to make something from it and grab ourselves a very, very important 3 points at Turf Moor. Let's swing a good ball in, Keenan. Tarkovsky's there. Oh, he's put it all on the line, but it's a good safe hands from Dubravka. Dewsbury Hall, lovely feet. Oh, what a goal. There we go. That is the difference a world-class manager can make. 82nd minute, huge impact. Let's see this game out and grab our 3 points. Only a second goal of the season, and what a time to come up with it. Look at the footwork there. Sits the keeper down. Beautiful finish lifted over him. Keenan Dewsbury Hall, take a bow, mate. Tarkovsky's picked up a knock. He's played through it like an absolute trooper, and on a cold, wet night in Burnley, Dewsbury Hall steps up and grabs 3 points. All is not well that ends well, though, because Tarkovsky suffered a sprained knee and is out for up to 4 weeks. Through a really, really busy Christmas and New Year period, that is not good. We've got another game in 3 days. We've got a game 3 days after that, then 3 days after that, then 3 days after that, then 3 days after that in the Cup semi-final against Man United. We might actually have to dip into the transfer market and pick up some centre-back coverage. I think it's lucky that this has happened just before the transfer window, because whilst we can't just bring Jake O'Brien straight into the squad, we are a little bit thin at the back, and if we get another injury, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be looking good for us. So, something to consider. But straight away, another game, this time away at Forest. And straight away, just before the transfer window opens, we get a short-term loan offer for Banks from Swansea. They're languishing at the bottom of the Championship, but I'm not sure if he would get enough game time, to be honest with you. I don't think he's going to be playing ahead of Josh Key. I feel like we need to wait for a League 1 or League 2 team to come in for him if we really want him to go out and get some game time. A 1-1 draw against our fellow European chasing competitors, Nottingham Forest, is not the ideal result, but a lot of draws going around, a lot of people's squads getting tired throughout the Christmas period, and we've picked up some decent points. We've had another offer come in for Banks as the transfer window opens, this time in the French league. Again, no, I'm not convinced that he's actually going to get a game. They've got a lot of left backs and they've got quite a few right backs as well that are already sharing the appearances. So for me, once again, not the level that we're looking to send him out for. We don't want him to go and sit on someone's bench instead of in our reserves. We want him to go and actually play in somebody's squad. However, with the transfer window now open, it's not just about getting offers for players, it's about who we can go out and pick up in the market ourselves. Our scouts are out there trying to find us a decent deputy, a young deputy for Tierno Barrio, or younger. He's only 23 himself. We've got some good information so far. Konadu looking like a pretty decent potential. 19, 65 rated already, potential to go up to 84. He could be quite good. This guy's also looking pretty decent. And then we've got the guys over in Argentina. Dadin, very, very possibly going to be world class, but we need a little bit more time to scout him out and see what he's got about him. And then if we go over to the CDM section, this is one that is really, really interesting me. This guy looks like he potentially could be absolutely class. However, Eric Martel, 76 rated, we know, we've scouted them for a while, we've been taking a look at him since the summer, can play CDM and centre-back. So this is a lad who can come into the squad, can deputise for Schlager, but can also deputise for the injured Tarkovsky, and is only 23 years old for going forward as well. I really like the look of this signing. It's someone that we've had an eye on for a very long time, and I think we should start the transfer window off by just going straight in and making an approach for him. Here we go then. £9 million he's valued at. Let's see whether we can get ourselves a good deal and bring in someone who can cover two positions. Let's start it off at 7 million. Just to, put the feelers out there. Set an initial price, an initial benchmark, an anchoring point. They want 10.9. Oh my God. Wow. All right, let's not get too crazy now. 9 million is his market value. I've got it at 7. And I've got it 2 million under, and you've got it 2 million over. The thing is, it's only a short period of time that we're able to scout for. You've got a massive transfer window in the summer. You only get 1 month to do your business in January. And we've been scouting this guy for a while, and I really, really want to get a hold of him. Let's just say, okay, if that's his market value, let's meet in the middle. 9 million. And that is as simple as that. Low ball them, high ball them, meet in the middle, market value, thank you very much. CDM and centre-back coverage, which is very, very lucky as well. Because despite having a loan with an obligation to buy Merlin Roll in real life, unfortunately, on career mode, contract law does differ. And Freiburg have managed to terminate the contract of Merlin Roll and recall him, despite the fact that in 6 months' time, he's an official permanent Everton player. They've took him back off us, and we've lost a Cam centre-mid CDM bit of cover as well. So we might have to dip into the loan market as we go later on into the transfer window. Luckily, Alcaraz has been coming in and playing really well, which is why Roll hasn't had much game time, and they've decided to call him back for 6 months, despite the fact that he's our player in 6 months' time anyway. And we're starting to look a little bit threadbare on the squad, but Martel coming in is 2 birds, 1 stone, and I'm very excited by this transfer. He's a big lad, he's 6'2", he's a young lad, he can play multiple positions, and we just need to give him whatever he wants to get him to sign a long-term contract with the Blues. We'll offer him rotation, and just to see what he says. He's going to be rotating multiple positions, and that's what he had in mind. That's absolutely fine. He's only on 17 grand a week as well. This is an absolute bargain. He wants a 5-year deal. If you're happy to be a rotation player, I am more than happy to give you a 5-year deal, as long as you don't want too much money. So then, Mr. Martel, 17 grand you're currently on, you're coming to the Premier League. I will give you a bit of a pay rise and £50,000 to go towards lawyers' fees to get justice for your cousin Oberon against the Mountain. There we are. Thank you very much. 20k a week, 50k signing on bonus, CDM, centre-back coverage. He wants an absolute fortune. Right, I'm trying to be nice here, but 210 grand for 10 sub appearances, because that's what you're going to be making. And 185 grand to sign on. 15 appearances, and 100 grand signing bonus then. 50 grand for lawyers' fees and 50 grand to yourself. How about that? Right, well, you've just asked for more money. You've asked for more than you asked for the first time. You're a cheeky... He knows he's got me by the balls because Tarkovsky's injured, doesn't he? Do you know what? I'm squealing like a pig. You can have it. Fair enough. You've done me in. If Tarkovsky hadn't got injured, I'd have had much more leverage. Baldy over there has clearly got a spy inside our camp. But fair play to him. I'd do just the same. So as Martel moves straight into the matchday squad, we get an offer for one of our other CDMs, James Garner. Played every single game for us. Absolutely not will we be letting him move to Aston Villa. No way. Not a chance. Big game against Brentford. They're in 18th. We are 7th. This should be an easy win for the boys. It wasn't easy, but Tierno Barry in the 85th minute manages to get the job done. Fair play. That was close. 2 more offers coming in. This time, a loan offer for Asnu is interesting. And another loan offer from Banks. This time from the German League. We've had a lot of these come in. I'm still yet to see one come in from a team that I think is low enough down the pyramids. Like West Brom, we're not sending him out to the Championship. He's 63 rated, for Christ's sake. I'm still not convinced that he would get a game for Darmstadt. And as we keep ticking along towards our next fixture against Wolves, we've got another loan offer for Banks. This time they want to buy him. 1.1 mil. Are they seeing something that I'm not? It's a no from me. It's a no from me. However, my scouts are really, really liking the look of this guy from Blackburn. 17 years old, potential between 73 and 87. He's looking quite good. We're going to keep an eye on him. He's potentially one for the future, and we might have to get Beto up on the transfer list. For now, though, we got another big match against Wolves, 8 o'clock at the Hill Dickinson. In huge flying form. Should be an easy victory. They're bottom of the table. It's a 0-0. That is not what you want. That is not what we need. All of the teams around us are absolutely flying as well. That was our chance to catch some points up against Villa, but we do have a big showdown against them coming up soon. That was our chance. We're now 5 points back from Newcastle, but we play Villa next, and we're only 3 points behind them, so all hope is not lost. Before that, though, we have got a FA Cup tie against Newcastle, which is a kind of crazy draw, to be honest with you. Iliman Ndiaye is very happy. Dwight McNeil's happy to have come off the bench a little bit. That is absolutely fine. It's good man management. And we've got another offer for Banks. Who have we got this time? All right. I don't even know who that is. So I'm going to assume that's the perfect place to send him, and he'll actually get some game time. They're in the Turkish league. They want him on a short-term loan. Off your pot, mate. There you go. Job done. We are obsessed with this bloke. What are we saying about him now? 80 to 86. Okay, he's only 59 rated though, but he's only 600 grand. Are we taking away from the development of the Seymour brothers is the only question if we bring him in. 82 to 94, currently 64 rated. It's one to think on. For now, let's keep cracking along. Let's get towards this match against Newcastle. And I think, with it only being the 3rd round of the Cup and a very important game coming up soon against Villa, I think it's time to shake the team up a little bit. We'll give Martel his debut at centre-back. We'll play a bit of a mixture between the first 11 and the second 11. And we'll hopefully do a job against Newcastle anyway, but our main focus now for this season is European football, which, yes, I know you can get from winning the FA Cup and winning the Carabao Cup, getting Everton's first trophy since 2 years after I was born. And there we go. Who else but Tierno Barry puts us 1-0 up in the 14th minute. What a boy. And that was all she wrote. A tactical masterclass. Newcastle, almost 70% possession, but absolutely toothless in attack. Whereas we dominated the chances, we win 1-0, and we progress on to the next round after playing Premier League opposition in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. Beautiful. But this is the big cup tie. And just before we go into it, Chelsea trying to unsettle us for Jake O'Brien. We've already turned down 10 million from Man United in the summer. And they've had the absolute cheek to come in and offer 12.8 when he should be worth up to 26. We aren't in a position to be losing a centre-back at this point of the season, to be perfectly honest with you. So it's just straight up no. I'm not even going to think about negotiating that. We've had another offer for Banks. It seems like other club scouts are seriously seeing something that I am not from this player. I'd try him to go out on loan and see what he comes back like in the summer. We're having a lot of offers to buy him outright, and maybe we should be keeping holding, but I guess that is the point of the loan. What's really going to matter here is Man United versus Everton in the Cup for a place at Wembley. And Seamus Coleman would love to finish his career with a trophy. Seamus, I would love you to do the same, mate. I want to win this match more than anything for you, to give you that chance. And I might even start Seamus Coleman in the final. Scouts are still over there looking for this backup striker. Beto's come and asking me for a new contract. If we can pick up a backup striker, you might be getting sold. Never mind a new contract, mate. However, this is the big one. The full strength squad away at Old Trafford for a place in the cup final at Wembley, and Everton's first trophy in 30 years. Have United finally got 5 wins in a row and let the United strand cut his hair? I'm not sure. All that matters is this game and getting 1 win against them to book our spot in the cup final. The players are up for it, and it's a beautiful tackle. Let them know early. Get Cunha sent into the stands, Milan. Well done, mate. This match, show them what it means. Fight for the badge. Press from the front, and United will crumble. Grealish is looking for the counter. On to Dewsbury Hall. Waiting for the run of Njai. There he goes, off the shoulder. Barry square. Finish it! Come on! The football we are playing up front is absolutely unbelievable, and Tierno Barry has stepped up big time. Oh, the fans are loving it. They are going absolutely wild in the Winslow. Oh, Jake. Oh, I can't even get my words out. Jared Branthwaite was composed. It's visions of John Stones from back in the day. The composure to just control the ball in the box. He's tried to play it out from the back, and he's just put James Garner, I think that is, under so much pressure. And what a finish from Mbeumo. Brilliant from Branthwaite originally. Terrible decision to not just get rid. That's beautiful football. Good save, Pickford. Seconds. Oh, it was the dream start, and United have really come back well into the game. Can we catch them on another counter-attack? Dewsbury Hall picks it up, waiting for the run of Iliman Ndiaye. Sees the run of Beto instead. He's goal side. Has he got the finish? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. The counter-attacking football away from home is working amazingly well. Here's another one. Can he stretch his legs? Oh my God. The hat-trick. It's on. It's finished. This man has stepped up like I couldn't have even imagined when I made the decision to make him our number 9 or 11. But you know what I mean. This is end-to-end though. Great save, Jordan Pickford. We're 3-1 ahead, but we are just catching United on counter-attacks. Get it out. Get it out. Learn our lesson. Get it out. There we go. 3 counter-attacks we've caught them on for 3 goals. Other than that, they have been all over us, to be honest with you. Cunha's playing well. The stats mightn't show it, but he has been running the show down the left-hand side. We've done so well on the counter, though. I'm so pleased with the lads. Just keep our composure, and we've got Wembley in our sights. He's on the counter again. Oh my God, Tierno Barry. Oh, what a save. First time we've touched the ball in the second half, and we almost score again. Oh my God. Tierno Barry. Tierno Barry! You've got to do better there, mate. You've got to finish the one-on-one. It's Beto. Slots for Alcaraz. Oh my God. That was the chance. That was the chance to put the game to bed and seal our place at Wembley, and he's absolutely fluffed his lines. Come on, boys. Nothing silly at the end. Good header, Jared Branthwaite. Can we catch them again? Can we catch them again? Come on, Beto. Almost putting the cherry on top there from Charlie Alcaraz. Mr. Sitter almost scores a screamer, but that is all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Wembley.